Are there three things that you wish you would have done during your junior high and high school years but didn't? Yeah, I wished I would have got better grades. I wished I would have been the king of the prom, and I wished I would have been named most likely to succeed. What did my family like to do on weekends? Describe a particularly memorable one. Well, I don't have a particularly memorable one. In high school, a lot of the times, early high school, I would go to the cottage. We had a cottage that we bought on the Huron River, and I had a few friends down there, and it was nice to just kind of hang around the boats and the boating types, and it was kind of a woodsy, rivery situation, and other cottages and eating out and that sort of thing. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. Didn't always go. Spent just time with my friends in those years a lot of times. Didn't always hang around the parents, which, you start not to do that at that age. But any particularly memorable weekend, I don't know, it would probably be before those years. Maybe, nice sunny Saturday, Sunday, where we would wash the car, rake leaves, and do kind of little chores and play around the house together. That would probably be one of the better ones, I guess. During childhood, who is your best friend, and share some of the fondest memories and fun that you had together? That would be childhood. That would have to be Jeff Spellman, the neighbor kid next door, born a year after me, same date. I don't really know what kind of great times we had. We had our share of spats and just growing up together. I don't know if he was my best friend, but he was my first friend. And we would sleep over a lot of times. He'd sleep over my house, I'd sleep over his, and we'd watch those shows that when they were over it was time to go to bed, and eat candy bars and drink Pepsi and do all kinds of fun things like that. Henry, in later years, early adolescence, Henry Marting, he was a good friend. Jerry Walters, Jeff Ryder, good friend. Clarence, a fairly good friend. Did I keep a scrapbook, photos and autographs and so forth? No, I didn't. I should have. One autograph I had was Muhammad Ali's photograph, which when he was Cassius Clay, I think he signed it Cassius Clay. Bruce Anderson took some paper and went into the crowd where he was standing when he was at BW boxing, before he was just visiting a boxing match, before he was really known. He was just a loudmouth fighter at the time. This is back in junior high school. And he was there, and he was outside, and a bunch of people around him, including his bodyguards. And so Bruce took some paper into the crowd and came out with two autographs, and he gave me one. Well, I had that for a long time, and I've looked for it even since we moved here to Pennsylvania, and I can't find it. I'm sure it got thrown out thinking that it was totally useless and worthless, where truth is it's probably worth a penny or two. What is your favorite memory of your mother, and why is it so special? I have many favorite memories of Mom. Some good, some bad, of course, I'm sure. she would have some of me that way.
Well, that's
But probably the most vivid one comes to mind is her standing on the front porch, either waiting or waving or something to somebody before they would be coming into the house or leaving the house. I pretty much see her on the front porch. Or another one would be in the kitchen, where she spent a lot of her time cooking whatever. And always around the holidays, making sure that the meal is just right. And she's always the first one to say, "Whoops, doggone it, I spilled something," and there it would be. She'd spill something on her new dress, or party dress, or clean dress, and it seemed to be a reoccurring thing, gathering after gathering, that Mama had this little spot up on the middle of her chest where she was the first, if not the only person to spill something on her dress. But a super lady and a really good mother, and I'm sure she's happy now. What image of your father is the most striking in your memory, and why is that? Here again, I don't know, there's a lot of images. Probably one I remember the most is him with his shop apron on, standing by anything. I have a picture of him right now. I see by this big 73-inch blower out in the back of Lauren Cook Company's lot in Berea. That was back in the 70s, that picture. And I saw him a lot during the day in that configuration when I worked at Lauren Cook Company also. I also saw him a lot cutting the grass and rolling the lawn, painting the house. There's so many images that come to mind. I just can't pick one. He was a soft-spoken man, except there's probably only a couple times that I ever remember seeing him get really mad at somebody. And thank God it wasn't me. But he was a soft-spoken, caring individual. His mom would say he let too many people poop on him. Well, I don't think that was the case. It's just that when he had enough, and it took a lot to get him riled up and ticked off. But when he was, you better look out. And I kind of feel I'm the same way. I used to think, I took too much crap from other people, but the truth is, I think it just takes a lot to get me mad. And then when I do get mad, usually things start to happen. But one image of Pop, that's impossible. This would be the end of side 2. And now we're going to jump to another tape and continue. So we're on page 72 right now, hopefully. And the next day or two we'll finish up. Thank you for your patience. You can take a break now. Talk to you later. Bye.